Now, sticking with that notion, which I think is a really beautiful notion to stay connected with, which is the physical body is a tool for communication, right? We can communicate love through the body, right? We can communicate needs through the body. We can communicate warning through the body. We can use it as a mechanism to get from point A to point B, right? That is a tool of communication too. But on a on a deeper level, we can sit here in a very triangular position with a long spine and an engaged root lock, and our eyes up to third eye center, and calm and relax our breath in a very rhythmic and sustainable way. And we can use this physical frame as a tool to communicate with the divine, right? Setting ourselves up in this proper alignment, this sacred geometric posture enables the spine to facilitate energy to move up, to adapt and develop higher consciousness, right? How beautiful is that as a tool for communication, right? An inner tool of communication where we can connect like Wi-Fi or connect like a Bluetooth to universal consciousness. And they say, the mechanisms that we have in the world around us usually mimic the nature itself and the qualities that we have innately within ourselves and within nature. And additionally, when it comes to communication, this tool we have, right, these ears to listen, the ability to focus and pay attention, to have an open and compassionate and caring heart. And the most important thing, I think, when it comes to communication is developing intimacy and commonality, right? How often have you either been in the position of being or been in communication with somebody who has an agenda in communication, and it's usually a personal agenda, and either they're jumping and stepping all over your words to get their communication out, or they're gearing the conversation or the communication in the way they want it to go, and it can be very frustrating. It can also be very inflammatory for each person. But in essence, what is happening is that intimate communication of namaste or satnam, that union of God with two people in communication, is not happening. There is an ego that is overriding that ability to find intimacy, find connection, and find deep purpose in communication. We so often, it'll happen to each of us many times today, where we lose sight of the greater reality of the fact that we were deposited here as these beings in these bodies on this planet, and there's other ones just like us around, and then there's animals too, and what the hell are we all doing here, and what's the purpose? And there's something very profound and beautiful about all that. But yet we try to normalize things. We try to get in a state of predictability, to feel like we're in control of our lives, because all of that can be really overwhelming. And in such, we take it for granted. We take each other for granted. We take our lives for granted. We take this beautiful opportunity of living in a human incarnation for granted. And as such, we express that through our maladaptive ways of being in communication with each other. So being aware of the beauty of the divinity of this opportunity that we've all been given, and keeping that in your heart. And we forget it, right? We forget all the time. Using tools and mechanisms through which to reclaim and remember, and then execute life from that space makes it so rich. And then when you can be in communication with other people that are also in that space, oh my God, right? We've all been there. That's a really beautiful, uplifting, nourishing, and life-affirming thing. So may we all be able to find that on a regular basis and reclaim that and have that in community. And today, our Kriya set enables us to reset and come from that space and then communicate outward.